For fast, cheap, and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins, make sure you guys go check out my sponsor U4GM Coins. Use code VENOM at checkout for 5% off your order. Yo, what's good guys, Venomfire here back in the video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys another money play in Madden 21. This one's going to be a passing play, and it's going to be out of the gun bunch formation. Right now I'm in the Seattle Seahawks offensive playbook. Now, before we get into the video though, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Hit that like button if you enjoy this video. Let me know in the comments other videos you would like to see, other money plays on offense. So, like I said, we're in Seahawks playbook, and the play we're running is going to be bunch trail. It's what I think is one of the best stock plays in the game, but I'm also going to show you guys a lot of my favorite setups, not only against man coverage, but also zone coverage. So again, man and zone. We're going to focus a little bit more on man. It's what the meta is right now, but again, we'll show zone as well. Now, bunch trail, you see stock, we got a post route, we got a corner route, we got a quote-unquote trail route or angle route with the tight end, and then we got the drag. So I'm just going to come out in it, make sure that you run your bunch on the wide side always. You don't really need any specific personnel for that play. Just get some good fast receivers, good route running, things like that. Again, I'm going to start out with this dollar man coverage. Later in the video, we will probably go into a cover 3 look, show some more setups out of the play. But just going against man to start out, I'm going to show you guys just all the base routes out of the play that beat the man coverage. So again, I'm just going to run a pretty stock setup, show you guys all the routes that beat man, and then we'll hop into some motion, some things of that nature. So just starting out, let's take a look at DK Metcalf. You see he's on that post route now. It doesn't really look like it would be the best against man coverage, but it does get really good separation. Right now, DK Metcalf, I know he is pretty fast, but he does have a good matchup, I think, in Jason Verrett. Verrett has some pretty good speed, I believe. So we got a pretty good matchup over there, not too much speed. And again, route running, DK Metcalf, I don't think he has the best route running as well. So again, I tried to get a pretty neutral wide receiver for this, so he's not too bad, but also not too good. So I'll just call the play stock, and probably the best stock way to run it is just to block your running back and put this outside receiver to the bunch on a drag route, because you notice he's on a little hook route. So you see he's sort of hooking over the left guard. I'm not sure if that shows up well, but on my screen he'll stop on that hook if it's zone coverage, I believe, and if it's man coverage, I think he continues to run his route. But I just put him on a drag. I want him to run against man and zone. Again, specifically man, because the drags are pretty good against man coverage sometimes. But yeah, that'll be the stock setup. I'm just going to snap the ball, and you see DK Metcalf right there. Look at the separation we get. And I know he got that pretty good release off the ball. Even if he didn't get that, he still does beat man coverage pretty well. So again, I'll just run it relatively stock, focusing on DK Metcalf. I can also lowball that pass if I wanted to. We did get an inaccurate pass, which is surprising considering Russell Wilson is a 99 overall. But again, you saw there was enough separation for him to actually still make the play. Again, since this is cover 2, we have the middle of the field wide open, and there's nothing they can really do. Even if this was a cover 1 defense with someone in that middle third, I could just throw it on break and possession catch it. But since it's a cover 2, man, we're actually able to rat catch this, and who knows, potentially get into the end zone depending on when you throw the ball. But yeah, you just see how good that post route is. Again, the same style of post route would be really good against just a base Tampa 2 or a cover 2 as well. Right there, you see we didn't even get that good release, and we're still able to beat the man coverage. You saw I didn't even throw it on break either. I threw it a little bit late, still able to get the completion. I'll show it one more time here. Timing route, you see pretty good separation, 2-3 yards. No ability is going to help him out there. So that was the post route. Now let's focus in on this corner out with Tyler Lockett. Now he does get pretty good, or pretty well bagged just by Emmanuel Mosley there. So the ability you want in your slot, again, or if you're running bunch, always is going to be the route technician. Again, Lockett doesn't have it. The route technician ability is really, really nice. He gets some really good separation. This route is sometimes gets open against man. It's usually better if they will go ahead and shade over the top. Right now, they're just pressed, no shade over the top because it's the computer. But sometimes right there, you see we got a better release, and look at the separation we got. So again, if you don't have route technician, that's the animation that you're kind of hoping for. I think it does work better if you motion lock it out. You see, door set out your outside receiver. But you see pretty much the same separation. It's a good corner out. Again, you'll get better separation with route technician. Moving on, we just got a base drag route. We all know about drag routes. He actually did get bumped, but usually you'll get separation just running the base drag if he doesn't get bumped or whatever. And then the last route I want to talk about is just going to be this angle route. So I'm just going to do a couple of things to get these players out of the way, because if I were to block my running back, Fred Warner would actually sit in a really good spot to defend this. So just focusing on Greg Olsen though. I'll actually just motion him out also. But he gets really good separation. We know Greg Olsen, he is actually a very slow tight end. He's got to be in the 70s, I would assume. And he's able to get that kind of separation on man coverage. Very, very good. Again, I'll show you guys. Just take a look at Greg Olsen, our tight end. Good separation. That's on a cornerback. That's not on a linebacker or a safety. That is a cornerback. I know he's probably a lower overall, but still able to burn him. And again, your tight end should win every single time on that route. There's really no zone that can defend it. And again, you can't really press the tight ends, which is why that's such a good route to have stock, especially if you don't have tight end apprentice. You can't throw them on that. But with that being said, we'll hop into a couple of our setups against man. And again, some of these will be the same against zone. So I could always run all these man setups against zone coverage. I won't show them because I got a couple of zone specific setups. But here's just a base setup you could run against both. I'll just show it against man. We all know we're running the same setup I have been, but I'm just gonna motion Dorsett over. We got the drag and the angle going to opposite sides. Gives us a couple of high-low reads. There you see we can throw the corner out, we can throw the drag route, we can throw the angle route. Really, he's gonna have to user one. If he puts his safety in a curl flat, then maybe we can throw the post over the top. Again, it's whatever. That setup just blocked my running back. Put Dorsett on a drag and I motioned him from right to left. Right there. Now I'll throw the drag. I don't know what that animation is. I don't know why that's in the game, but you saw we had good separation on the motion over. So again, the next step to that, if I wanted to, I could throw him on a backside slant. So I could do something like this. And again, the slant and the corner out don't really run to the same area, so they're very shallow, or they have pretty good separation, almost 10 yards between the two, so it's not an issue that they are a slant and a corner out. Sometimes people get worried about that, but when you motion them over, they're that far away, it's not an issue. So again, moving on though, the other setup I like to run is just going to be a little base zig route. So again, I got the zig, I got the corner out, and then I got this angle route. I like to motion them out over. You don't have to, but you see, look at the separation that zig gets against man, really good. I love the motion out zigs because they can't get pressed. If a zig or a whip route gets pressed, then they're actually a lot worse. Right now they're not actually pressed, but usually if they're pressed, you see even there it's like pretty close and they weren't even pressed. So usually pressed, specifically not shade over the top, will be worse. That's why I like to just motion them out. And again, a lot of this play is utilizing the stock routes. In our case, we got tons of good stock routes, so we're gonna use Dorsett. We're gonna use different hot routes with him, but yeah, it's pretty much it for the man coverage beaters. The other one I can really think of would be to just put B on a zig and then actually motion over Lockett. So I'm going to motion him from right to left, get him on like a backside post route. This isn't the best against man coverage, but you can get separation if you have a little bit of a speed advantage. You see Lockett right there. He's obviously going to beat Jaquiski Tart in man coverage. Again, I'll show it, B on a zig. You kind of just want B to be on like an underneath route because I don't want to throw him on a back, or I mean, you could throw him on a backside drag. Don't have to though. I like this a little bit better. And you still got Greg Olsen coming over also, so he's still going to be open. He's still getting separation on a pretty good corner. So that's pretty much it for the man. We will hop into the zone now. Alright guys, hopping into zone coverage. There's not really a cover 3 beater out of this play. They're used to, but it's really not that good against cover 3 this year. The post route can beat cover 2, as I mentioned earlier, getting in between the zones. But yeah, my favorite base setup with this is just going to be on a flat. So I can just create a couple high-low reads. I got A on this angle route still, B on a flat. This is just the first step. You see this little angle route does a really good job of getting in between the soft spot of the zone. And that's why I like it a lot. It's very difficult to user. You're almost forcing someone to user. You can't man it up. You can't zone it up. What are you going to do? We obviously got this little route combo over here. I can throw the flat route. Again, I like the cover 3 corner routes to the short side. So what I would do is usually flip it and then throw DK on his little flat route from there. And I feel like Lockett gets open a lot more. You'll notice right there. He's getting open. We get the completion. I could have obviously lowballed that right on the break. I'll show it again here. Just X on a flat, block my running back, and I'm just blocking my running back every play. So we got a pretty good protection as well. But I can lowball it right there. Obviously, the low ball is better on the wide side. Not sure why I thought it was on the short side, but that's an option as well. The next thing you could do is just throw A on a backside drag with B on the flat. Again, I could always run B on a zig instead of the flat or whatever, but there's not really too big of a reason to run a zig against zone. But again, usually I'll motion him out a step. I can check down to Olsen on the drag. And again, also against cover 3, that post route with DK does get open just for a second. What I would recommend doing is actually smart routing it, and you'll see that DK sometimes gets separation. He's actually pressed, so that corner does follow him, but usually if they were playing a backed off cover 3, you would get separation on the break. My last setup and favorite setup probably for this would be just to put Y on an option, B on a hitch, and A on a flat. What I'm also going to do is motion Dorsett over and just snap the ball right there. You notice that the hitch route gets really open there. Obviously, if they were to man up that outside receiver, that would stop it. Usually people won't go that route though. Again, B on a hitch, A on a flat. And I like to just have something in the left side of the field. So I put Y on an option. Again, you motion them out, snap the ball right there. I could also check down to my flat or my corner route. And obviously something I recommend doing is if you have slot apprentice right here, you can get a better corner out of this play. But again, really any play with a just deep stock post is super deadly in this game, and that's why I just like to manipulate it. We also got tons of great stock routes with these. So again, there's other setups you can do. Obviously, you don't have to run all of these, just how I said them. You can adjust a couple of things, do whatever, but this is just the base couple of setups I like to show. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you are new, and peace. I'm out of here.